Hello everyone. Thank you very much for helping our project. Links can be found in the description. Dear viewer, we kindly ask you to put your finger up. Your thumbs up is greatly needed to spread the project. Guru.Markets. Now we will consider the main indicators of the organization Hasbro Incorporated, ticker HAS. This review is based on current information as of September 12, 2024. According to classification Guru.Markets company Hasbro Incorporated belongs to the subcategory Leisure Games. 27 companies take part in the comparison. This is very representative. Let's start with summary data for the company. If necessary, you can pause it. We suggest looking at each parameter of the corporation more carefully. Access to the database with the classification of company tickers is absolutely free and free. Market capitalization of the organization Hasbro Incorporated valued at $9.4 billion. Market capitalization of the subcategory is $154 billion. Hasbro Incorporated has a share of 6.115% and is one of the medium-sized companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $1.14 billion. And the balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory is $43 billion. Hasbro Incorporated constitutes a share of 2.629%. Having compared the shares of market and balance capitalization, we see the following. Occupied share Hasbro Incorporated in the subcategory in case of market capitalization assessment is 6.115%. The book value is 2.629%. This is 57% less than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the organization's share of the market and book value of the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Total company assessment Hasbro Incorporated will be demonstrated towards the end of the review. Please review the progress of the study in full. The analyzed organization's debt obligations amount to $3.947 billion. Debt to book value represents 346.2% of the company's equity. Result on the level of the company's financial obligations, very bad, -2 points. The balance of the company's market price to its profit is 0. Average for subcategory 0. Estimation of the indicator of stock exchange value to its profit in comparison with in the subcategory. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$1,036 million. Forward earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. This is extremely bad for the company. Assessment of expected future profit indicators in comparison with in the subcategory. Good 1 point. The ratio of company value to revenue is 2.1. The average for the subcategory is 3.3, and this is 36% lower than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market price to revenue indicator in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $4,550 million. Future revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. And this is extremely negative for the company. Assessment of expected future revenue indicators in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Bad, -1 point. The margin is -22.8%, with the average in the subcategory -0.3%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 22.5%. Assessment of sales margins in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 5.485%. This is 11% less than the share of market capitalization. This reflects the imbalance in the current exchange value of the organization Hasbro Incorporated, most likely towards revaluation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $1,708,000. Whereas for the subcategory $1,532,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the organization's performance is 11.5%. Estimation of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's profit per employee is minus $188,200. The average in the subcategory is minus $1,500. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 12,215%. Estimation of profit per individual company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The sales volume for each employee of the organization is $826,000. In the subcategory, there are $466,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 77%. Estimation of sales volume per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions was 3.1%, with an average for the subcategory of 4%. This is an indicator of a possible short squeeze. Indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 57% for the company Hasbro Incorporated. While in the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is 47%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are quoted lower than those of Hasbro Incorporated. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price Hasbro Incorporated and subcategory companies. We will see that in 12 months, the shares Hasbro Incorporated showed a change of minus 3.3%. Against price changes in the subcategory, minus 1.6%. This definitely doesn't mean anything, but you need to take note of this fact. The result is this, minus 6 out of 10 points. Average score for the subcategory, 0.7 points. If you look very broadly, within the stock market in general, we can see that the average score for the entire market in total is 0.3 points. Against a score of minus 6 points for Hasbro Incorporated. Let's look at the order table. It is available to everyone. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all decisions made by the stock valuation information and reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free, link in the pinned comment. Based on the analysis of the company Hasbro Incorporated. Guru.Markets. Open an order due to the fact that Hasbro Incorporated overvalued subcategory company. Please be reminded June 19, 2023. An order was published, company ticker LNW. Stock valuation reference System.GURU.Markets, a decision has been made on this order. Close the order. The final loss was 68.7%. Thank you very much to the audience for watching this video and for using the information and reference System.GURU.Markets. You all truly are the most excellent audience on the entire planet.